What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. Sorry it's been a couple weeks, maybe a little longer than a month since I posted anything. The reason being is I guess I didn't want to drop a bunch of F-bombs in every video every week because my mechanic wasn't doing his job. So I basically paid the guy in advance, went to his shop, supposed to get wired, supposed to get dynoed, and the car is pretty much in the same state that I gave it back to him. I mean, he ran some AC lines, he ran a wire harness and did a couple of little things here and there, but not happy right now. So so I just bit my tongue and I did some soul searching and didn't really have any good updates for you guys. So bear with me, but now I got the vehicle back and it's going to be next to impossible for me to get it done for Barrett Jackson. I still think I can do it because I'm an optimist, but the problem is I got to send it back to the mechanic. So I think as of right now, it's like 7 weeks till the auction starts. And that's not like, obviously I can't have it there the day it starts. It's got to be there a little earlier. And I thought I was going to be like, get the jump on everything and I was going to get my lot reserved, because I have to, for the consignment, I have to send in pictures and they have to review it. And then they tell you if it's like, a six-figure car, high six-figure, excuse me, I think it was Bug. But they group the cars according to, like, I mean, nothing's guaranteed. It's just because it's in a group of six-figure cars doesn't mean it's going to sell for six figures, but it definitely makes your odds better, So Friday night, Saturday night's awesome. Thursday's even good, but if they give you like a Tuesday afternoon, you're kind of screwed, man. But so what I did is I ended up taking pictures, and I was proud of them, because this is my baby right here. And I sent the pictures to Barrett Jackson, and I got like a very short email back, and they were like, yeah, no. No, we're not even going to consider it, and not only are we going to consider it, I think you're stupid. But I didn't say that, but that's how I felt anyways. I was crushed. So my plan was it was supposed to go to the mechanics to get wired, to get dynoed. He said he needed it 6 weeks total. That was his words. He saw everything. He did the Whipple charger for me. He's had the truck in his hands, so it's not like it was a big surprise, So he said 6 weeks. Well, a couple months ago, I said, how about this? I'll give it to you for 4 weeks. Then I'll take it back. Let me paint it, and then I can at least submit pictures. Even if it's not running, at least the pictures will be done for Barrett Jackson for the consignment. I go, and then I'll give it back to you for the next 2 weeks, after that, so you can finish it up. So he's like, okay, perfect. Well, basically he's had it, I think almost 7-8 weeks. And he says he still needs it for a minimum of 3 weeks. I'm all, that's not going to work. I'm out of time, so I gave him my time that I was going to have for doing the rest of the work on it. I got a lot of work to do still. And so basically I took time away from myself. It's like 4 in the morning right now. And here I am at my shop working late. And I don't know. I think I can get it done. So here's the challenges. The challenges now are, if I get it done, is he going to do what I paid him to do? Is he going to actually do his job? That's one. Two is, if I get it painted and presentable to where I can at least take pictures, because Barrett Jackson isn't going to consider anything quote unquote unfinished. They're not going to look at any unfinished projects. So even though I think it looks cool with the motor sitting there all pretty, they obviously want fenders and a hood and doors on the car to consider it. So I don't know, maybe they're getting picky on me, I guess. But so the one is the mechanic going to do his job if I get it done. 2 is if I can get it done. 3 is if I get it done and I get it painted, even though it's not running, I would have to, push it out, take pictures, resubmit them to Barrett Jackson. Then if they consider it and then they give me a lot number, then I have to give it back to the mechanic and hopefully he can do his job in the mix of all of this 7 weeks till it actually starts. So I'm basically putting the schedule on myself of 2 weeks to do everything right here. I'll flip the camera on in a minute. So I'm gonna have 2 weeks to do what I need to do to make it look presentable for pictures, finish gapping it out, do body work, do paint, finish assembling it, because I'm doing like a final fitment on everything right now. and then, you know, give it to the mechanic. And in the mix of all this, I have to have the upholstery guy. You know, he's doing the seats right now. So you remember a couple videos ago, I did, you know, I got them all painted, everything. So he's had them. So all he really needs to do is lay some carpet in it and, you know, like put leather on the wheel wells in the rear and like the panels that I'm making and stuff like that. So, but yeah, so anyways, let me turn the camera around. I'll show you what I got going on. I almost threw in the towel and was like, you know, the mechanic basically screwed me over. He didn't do his job. He didn't do anything close to it. You know, we definitely had like a very deep conversation about how he let me down, and he assured me he wasn't sleeping well at night. So there's that. So anyways, so now let me turn the camera around and then we'll go from there and I'll show you everything else. All right, so here we go. Yeah, I got the billet front end on it, got the bumper on it, and basically I'm fitting everything right now. So if you can see, like, the bumper or the grill should fit much better than this. But this is the aftermarket world. You know, you get a new fender, you get a new grill, you get a new bumper, and you think, yeah, everything should just jump on the car and be cool, and it doesn't work out that way. You know, so I get customers all the time. They're like, oh, I got all new parts. Well, they still need to be fit properly to the car. So there's going to be cutting, there's going to be body work. Very rarely do you get a new aftermarket part on an old car and it just fits on the vehicle. So, and what you can see right here is on this grill, see how much the bumper is sticking out right here from the fender? And then if we go on the other side, it's obviously much tighter. And what that means is the core support in here isn't centered. It needs to go over to the passenger side. And how you can figure that out, besides seeing the fender hang out the other side of the vehicle, is you can take 2 points on the back of the cab, you know, and like there's a little bolt hole right there, and there's the same bolt hole there, and then you look over here and there's a bolt hole, and there's another little bolt hole right here. So this is used in collision all the time. If you want to make sure, you know, something's square for basically anything, you measure from that point to that point, that point to that point, and it should be close, real close to each other. You know, if it's like 77, should be 77 or 77 and an eighth, like, then you know you got some wiggle room. But basically when I measured it all out, it was like more than an inch over that way. So now I have to loosen the core support bolts, put a little friction jack underneath it and push this end over. Then once I do that, I'll check my measurements. Then if it's square, I'll lock everything down with the core support. Then I can go into adjusting the hood. And speaking of the hood, look at those beauties right there. Look at those hinges. Yeah, I never thought I was gonna spend $700 on a set of hinges, huh? But I don't know, no going back now. But yeah, you can see the mechanic, he didn't really do a whole lot. You know, he ran some AC lines, didn't do any plumbing whatsoever. Yeah, and I'm sure you noticed the big all intercooler hanging down there. Yeah, I'm gonna make a huge skid plate. You know, it's gonna be all dimple dyed, so it's gonna look all racy and off-roady. And then, yeah, I got my new master cylinder on it, black. So everything's gonna be black and billet in here. And then I'm gonna make all this sheet metal to cover all this up. So you just see the hinges, the Whipple, the brake booster, you know, and I'll even cover this up. So I made this little gem right here. And I don't know if you can see it. Let me get on the other side. See how it's got the contour for the wheel well? That's a recovery tank for, it's the separate coolant system for the Whipple charger. So there'll be a pump on that going into the intercooler, cooling everything off, and then getting plumbed back in. And the mechanic had it for over a month, and then he's like, oh, hey, I need you to build me one of these. So I was like, okay, yeah, let me drop everything I'm doing and help out. But that would have been like a good day one conversation to have, and not, you know, 4 weeks into it. So on the back end here, same thing with the fenders, like aftermarket, they get stamped, and you can see right here how it's folded over on itself. So that's not gonna fly. So I'm gonna have to cut, weld, body work, you know, and just because people tell you, oh, I got new parts, that doesn't mean anything, you know. So making some interior bed panels. I'm gonna put some 6x9 speakers in them, but where I put the speakers, I'm gonna make bead roll, you know, so it has a real cool design and stuff like that. And then, you know, he did get the dash in it, so that's cool. You know, did some wiring underneath. Looks like a rat nest, but, you know, wasn't there before, but I'm I'm pretty sure I could have did all that and just left it hanging. So who knows what's it? Maybe that's why there's not a battery in it right now. Maybe I should just get insurance on this thing and hook it up and see if it catches on fire. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, so I got the top done. I got a video of that. I'll throw that on here too. I'll kind of speed it up. But I did like this really cool texture. It's a 3M product, you know, to give it that kind of factory look on this. And then I shot it with like a satin black. So, and you'll have to see, like, I got everything crammed in my little shop. So I got the Suburban up top. I got my shell underneath it. I got all the parts for the shell hanging up over here, you know, and then I got the Charger crammed in here. And then outside I have like 4 other insurance jobs that just got towed in, you know. I do have the roll cage, got it back from powder coating. I built that cage, so it's pretty cool. And then, you know, all my other little jobs. That's my, we call it Truck Pepe. It's my first truck I ever had, so I told you guys about that one. But yeah, I got another one on the road's history. So yeah, lots of stuff going on right now. But, you know, I appreciate you guys being patient with me on this thing. It's back in my hands now, so I'll continue to do the videos each week. Like I said before, I was just totally discouraged, almost threw the towel in just because, you know, he just didn't do me right. And then I just, in one day in my mind, I quit everything. And I was like, not putting this car in the auction. There's no way it's going to get done. And then I couldn't quit altogether. So the next day I woke up and I was like, 4 in the morning, I got to get to my shop, you know. I just started working. So at least if I complete what I'm supposed to do, at least I know I tried, you know. So whether Barrett Jackson's going to accept the photos in time, hopefully they're not sold out, whether I get the upholstery done, you know, hopefully the mechanic does his job. If all those things come together in less than 7 weeks, then you guys are going to see one happy, drunk guy more than likely at the auction. So I'm going to take you guys with me to the auction. So, but also just kind of a little plug here for my channel. I definitely appreciate everybody who's subscribing right now and watching the videos. It means a lot, you know, especially starting, you know, just a couple weeks ago. But I am going to be doing a bunch of cool projects, and I do want to help. I do need to ask for your help for growing the channel. But in return, I'm willing to, you know, throw a little love out there to my subscribers. So once I reach over 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to give away a full paint job to, you know, it doesn't matter, old car, new car, whatever, you know. So it's not a frame off restoration. It's going to be a paint job. So basically they start around $5,500 to go up to 10 grand just for a paint job. So if we continue to grow the channel and I get more subscribers, then ultimately I'm going to give a full frame off restoration to one of my subscribers. It'll be picked randomly, you know. So I just, something to say thank you for following me along and, you know, kind of helping me grow this channel. So it definitely does mean a lot to me. So if you like the videos, you like the content, you know, subscribe, tell your friends about it. And, you know, all I got to do is put up with me for a couple of minutes, watch some videos, some cool cars getting built, and, you know, might be able to get a paint job out of the whole thing. But anyways, I definitely appreciate the support from you guys. And I will have another video out next week, but this is what I got for now. So hopefully you guys enjoy. Thanks for watching.